Now guys, I'm going to tell you something that the industry doesn't want to tell you. You're probably not going to finish your next UFO project. Now if you don't know what that term is, it's your unfinished objects, whether that be a bag, a quilt, a purse, whatever it may be, but that doesn't mean you failed. It just means we got to do something different. We need to talk about it, we need to discuss it, and we need to go over some of these projects and what to do. We just have to know what to do with them before they just end up somewhere for the rest of ever. Let's get started. Now, we have to first understand how we got to the point of having an unfinished project. Now, most of the time it's one of three things. We started something and didn't have the time to finish it. We started something and it was outside of our wheelhouse or outside of our scope. And number three is that we started doing it and we just didn't have any passion for it. Now, when we started, we had the passion though, but normally one of those three things happens and it never actually gets finished. Now, here's what we're going to do. First and foremost, we have to understand that having a UFO or an unfinished project doesn't mean failure. It simply means that things changed, life happens, whatever it may be, it's okay. We have to just make sure that we're not putting this extra weight upon ourselves because we spent money on it and we haven't finished it. I get it, okay? But there's so many things in life that we start and we actually never finish simply because we fall in and out of love with it. That's an okay thing too. My wife, for instance, she always wants Chick-fil-A, right? Everyone loves Chick-fil-A, everyone knows this, right? But there's lots of times that she says, I'm Chick-fil-A'd out, I don't want any more Chick-fil-A, right? But we don't give ourselves that same grace in the quilting industry. So let's first dive on in and talk about the projects themselves. Let's go over to our kitting area. Now, most people have some kind of storage system, whether that be containers, bags, bins, whatever it is, you have some kind of way that you are storing your UFOs in. If it's something that can be finished in an afternoon, like that one binding laying around that we just never got to, take the hour, finish it, that way it's completed and off your list. What we have to do is we have to pull out that bin and decide whether or not it's going to bring us joy to finish this project. Now, that sounds rough, okay? I understand that sounds rough, but lots of times we pull it out and say, I'm never going to do this, and so we just put it right back in there. Or we say, maybe one day if I don't have anything else to do and you have 100 UFOs, right? If I don't have anything else to do, I'll finish this one. It's time to make a pile of those. We can get to that a little bit later. And the third thing we need to do is if we just don't love the project at all, there's no thought in our mind that we see the fabric and we say, I like this. It's okay, especially if it's from a project 10 years ago. You might have been a Civil War quilter then and now you're a K-facet lover now. It is totally okay to be able to fall in and out of love of some fabrics. So we're gonna make those three distinct stacks. Ones that we can finish very quickly. They just need a couple here or there, 2 hours, 3 hour type projects. A stack of things that maybe I like, maybe I love, maybe I could see myself finishing it. And then the stack of, there's no shot, we're not gonna finish it. We are all guilty of having something that we could finish really quickly. Maybe we don't really want to, maybe it's just not our thing, but it could be finished very quickly. It's time to do it. Make your whole stack of those projects and do it. This right here is a bunch of Winnie the Pooh Minky that all I have to do is cut them into like 6.5 inch strips, 3 to 6.5 inch strips, and just sew all those strips together, the project would be done. 2 hours of time. And it's been sitting here way too long. So it's time to finish them. It's time to chop them up. It is time to start sewing. It's time to get them done. So that's the first type of project that you're gonna have and go through all of them. And don't start them right away. Do not start them right away. Make your stack, put them on your sewing table. That way you just know next time you sit down, I'm gonna grab number one and go ahead and do it and send it off. Now the second kind of project here are the ones that we've gotten into a little bit and decided that we're not going to do them, or we decided that they're too hard, decided they were a paper piecing project, whatever it may be, and we stopped here. We need to go through all these and look at them because there's two things that can happen. I love this fabric and I'm going to keep it and store it, and I'm going to use it for one of my next projects because I love this fabric. If you don't feel that way about the fabric, then there's your problem in and of itself. It's really hard to work on something that you don't like looking at. And maybe, this happens a lot of times too, you have like a jelly roll, or maybe you've made a couple half square triangles and just never got around to it. Check out that pattern. You might look at this pattern and be like, just not me anymore. If you still have your yardage, if you still have the pre-cut, if you still have your pieces here, go grab a different pattern and go ahead and get started, versus just letting this sit here for eternity. Get the inspiration because you love the material, get your inspiration back and go ahead and start it once more. It's totally okay to do. Now, number 3 here is the category that is the one that brings the most shame, right? It's the one that makes us feel like, I don't really want to, I don't really want to. It's okay. it's time to look at it. If there's anything in the basket or our bin or our tote that we actually like. For instance, am I gonna pull this up and be like, I really do like that piece of fabric, I'm gonna keep this. Or if you like what the pattern you were gonna do with it, or maybe whatever it is out of the bin that you loved and really do enjoy, it's time to take those and fold them up, put them in somewhere that you can use, take the pattern, apply it to maybe one of your other projects that couldn't get finished quite yet. But the reality is that you've got some options here. Option one is that you take the whole thing, you take it to your best friend, you say, do you want to make this? Or maybe we can make this together. Like, it's in my UFO pile that I just fell in and out of love with. Like, let's make this a fun experience and we can work together on it and get this thing finished. Hey, Linda, I know you love Hexie quilts. Do you want this one? It's totally okay. You didn't fail by not finishing this project. That is a much better thing than it sitting in your closet forever. Now guys, here are, I guess I'm looking at that camera. Now guys, here are some pro tips that we cannot forget. There are seasons to do this. Right now is a good season. It's the summer months. The reason why I say that, bad months, October, November, and December are kind of the bad months to attack this. Because you gotta realize that's why everyone's getting back into it. That's why everyone's got their Christmas deadlines. That's why everyone's trying to get their stuff done for their loved ones and they have to get it done. There's no need to add the stress of an unfinished project. Additionally with that is what I like to call like the UFO push, which is I'm gonna do all this, I'm gonna get it all lined up, I'm just going to attack this until it's done. Bring it down to a bite size. I'm going to do one of these a month, one of them a week, whatever you can afford in time, and don't stress yourself out. Do not do a huge push because it's better that you enjoy it and get them done in a slower amount of time than to go push really hard to try to shrink down that time and to be stressed about it. And alongside that though, is how do we stop the UFO problem? Because it's a problem, it's an epidemic in America, right? We're getting these projects, they get started, they never get finished, and then they just die there. Look at the project before you ever start it, and kind of calculate out in your mind the time frame that's gonna take you. This is gonna take me 4 months to make. Am I ready to make that commitment to this project if it's gonna take me 4 months to make? If no, it's totally okay to say, on a rainy day, I'm going to do that and it hasn't been started, so it's not unfinished, right? The second way to make sure UFOs stop happening is set yourself up an actual plan and an actual goal. This is what I'm going to do this week, this is what I'm going to do this week, my goal is for this, and then you're going to add yourself like a 2-week buff just to be safe. That way you have active goals that are very short term. Make sure the bar is really, really low, but consistent all the way through, that you can continuously hit your goals, and then you can keep going on and you're not holding yourself up to this massive standard of I gotta get this done. We are in a hobby, guys. This is my pedestal moment. We're not in high production, we're not in high stress, we're not in have to categories. We're in a hobby, we choose this. It should be enjoyable for us throughout the entire process. But it is very, very discouraging, as we all know, to have an unfinished project that kind of eats away at us. Maybe we don't think about it all the time, but then you open up your cabinet and you're like, it is okay to address them and to attack them in this way. That way you can continue to enjoy this amazing hobby. And guys, with that, if you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't be afraid to share it with your friends. Also, if you've finished up all your UFOs, you might as well check out soyaquilting.com and grab yourself your next project that you're going to finish, that you can love and enjoy, and even gift to somebody that you love. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.